This is another look at the Marchant 716 that I've purchased recently. In the previous video, I went over some of the basic operations, and in this video, we'll be looking at some of the more obtuse or strange things that this machine does. Some of them are probably due to the internals being damaged and needing repair, and others are just how the machine functions. In the basic operations video, we looked at how the subtraction button is actually a toggle that changes the operation of the addition and subtraction buttons. So when we toggle it on, and I'm not sure if it shows up in camera very well, but there's a light here to indicate you've moved into that mode. It now changes the addition operator into a subtraction operator. And one of the other things it does is once we reach 0, the machine cannot handle negative values, so it actually just toggles the mode off, and it just goes back to normal addition, as you can see. The other thing we can look at is the error mode indication, which is, as you can see, if we do 0 divided by 0, the decimal indicator has turned off, and now we can no longer do any entries until we clear the machine. And that's the error code state. One of the things I said that I didn't fully understand its usage was this CP on the decimal selector, and I'm not sure if it's broken or if it's doing something that I just don't comprehend. But when we're in this mode, anytime you press a button, you can see it just entered a bunch of ones. And if I do it again, let's see, yeah, so that time instead of 11 digits, it's now 10. Now it's entered 12 of them, now only 9, and the same goes with other numbers as well. It just seems to randomly display a quantity of that number repeated. I'm not really sure what that does or why it's doing that. One of the other things we looked at was the constant mode, and something weird happens when we switch between operators in constant operation. So if we did 2 times 10, and we just enter a few of those, and then we decided to divide that whole thing by 2, it starts doing this, and I'm not exactly sure why. Kind of an interesting display state, because you can see sort of the speed of the machine. Let's look at how the machine handles decimal places, or perhaps more accurately, how it doesn't. So if we move the selector to 2, and we get 2.00, and then on our next entry we change it to 4, you can see what the machine has done is left the 2.00 in its place and laid the 2.0000 over top of it, and the decimal point is in the position selected most recently. So what this machine does is not actually keep track of the decimal place or the decimal value for each individual entry. It's simply used as an indicator for where the numbers are entered into the display, and it's up to the operator to use them correctly so that they don't mix up and overlay numbers on themselves in different positions. And I think that about covers it for some of the weirder interface issues and perhaps some of the stuff that is broken on this machine. Thank you for watching.